Is that working? Is that working now? Is that working? Hello. Hello.
Where's the actual mic part of it?
Yeah.
The bottom or at the top? Yeah.
Hi, everyone. Can you let me know if you can hear me, please? Is the sound coming through clearly and loudly, or is it very faint? Ten by 10. Excellent. Right, let's get this show started then, guys. Sorry for the delay there. I tested everything before I went live. It was working. As soon as I hit the live button, stopped. So who have we got in the chat tonight? Let's say hello to everyone. Back up to the top. So hi, Jason the Train Freak. Flymo, how are you doing, sir? Jerry, good evening. Hi, Joshua. Hi, Andy. Hi, Carl. Bernie, how you doing? Hope you're feeling well, sir. I think I got everyone there. Yeah, it's a nice fire, Jason. It's a digital fire. Right, we'll get started with tonight. I've got my two daughters here helping me tonight. So one on producing and one on camera. So we'll see how it goes. Now, tonight, because I'm moving around the railway centre, there may be some breaks in the picture and that sort of thing as I drop and gain Wi-Fi as I'm going around. So if there's short interruptions, it shouldn't be a problem. But if I go offline completely, then shout at the chat, because my producer here, Jennifer, will be watching and will shout at me if there's a problem. So let's go over and have a look at Drumboe. So hi everyone, here we have Drumboe. Now I will be doing the draw later on. So we'll have a look around Drumboe first and then I'll do the draw. So here we are, built in 1907. She's a tank engine, 264 configuration. She's got a bunker on the back for the coal, takes about 2.5 tons of coal. And the tanks are 1,000 gallons, so that's 500 either side. And we come over here. I've got my trusty head torch so I can show you guys around. We'll have a look in the tank. I can get my camera girl to lean over. So there you can see the tank, the inside of the tank. I take this now and try not to drop you guys. Oh. Sorry, I put it too far in the tank and we dropped Wi-Fi. It's going to be a bit glitchy like this tonight, I'm afraid, guys, but we'll persevere through it. Hi, Anthony, how you doing? If you've got any questions, drop them into the comment section there. Jennifer will take note of them for me and let me know. So we'll step into the footplate and have a look. So we come over here. I don't know why the Wi-Fi is so slow tonight. If you can still hear me, yell in the comments. Yeah, did I let it slip with some swear words? Whoops. Yeah, Cliff, we do have a roof over it. The roof's not fully completed yet, so it needs to be more enclosed in, but She's got a good amount of protection over the winter. This does not bode well. Right, so just bear with me a minute, guys, while we try and get the picture back. Sorry about this. Just going to switch my phone over to 4G and see if we can get it any better that way. Is that better now? Is the picture coming through? Right, let's continue with the little tour of Drumboe now before the Wi-Fi gives out again. So here we have a replica nameplate for Drumboe. This would have been on the sides. Just there. And also we have a replica whistle, which you may have heard in some of my previous videos. This was produced by the RPSI up in Belfast for us. And when we were having the work done on her, we hooked it up to an air compressor so we could blow it coming into town. So if we come on into the footplate now, the actual internal workings, the gauges and everything like that have long gone. After the railway closed in 1959, it was left in Strabane, where it sat, where various bits, the original nameplates, maker plates, all the gauges, brass fittings and everything were over time stolen from her. But we have Glencullen-Kill, which is the sister engine of this, a Class 5 engine, exactly the same as Drumboe. That's been in storage inside since the end of the railway. So we have all the gauges and everything we can make replicas of. If we look in there, you can see there's the firebox. You can see the tubes at the back. We'd had a survey done on this when we were doing the work, and it's in quite good condition. Obviously, it'll probably need retubing, but the boiler shell itself and everything is in very, very good condition. So you can see there's no fire bars or box at the bottom. That all have to be replaced. What we do have left is the regulator arm and the reversing lever. So there would have been a wheel coming up through here for the brakes and all the gauges. These would have had porthole glass in them, so a brass rim, the glass plate, and usually hanging along here would be some sort of leather curtain with doors either side. So you would have had the fireman here shoveling from the bunker into the fire, and of course the driver would have been over on this side. So we'll go take a walk around the front now and we'll have a look in the smoke box. Before we do that, you can see in there some of the slide valves. Right, I'll clamber on the front. Open up the door. I'll get my assistant to hand me the camera. And there we can see tubes coming out this end. That's where the hot gases will come through and then up the chimney. And you can see this was superheated. So originally when Drumboe was built in 1907 and came to Donegal, she was named Glenties. And then I think it was in 1937, she was renamed Drumboe. So she was number 17, Glenties, and then number 5, Drumboe. Right, I'll hand this back to my assistant, and I'll clamber down onto the tracks, and we'll take a closer look at the wheels. So, hi to anyone else who's popped into the chat. There we can see the leading pony truck. Now, extensive work was done on the wheels, the brasses, and the bearings have all been replaced. So she is free moving. So the work we have to do here is we have to keep her oiled. And once a month, we drag her forward to the end there and back again, just to keep everything free and moving. So there we have the cylinders. You can see all the connecting rods. So I say she's a 2, 6 main driving wheels, and 4-wheel pony truck at the back. So we've had some of these rods. We've had 2 of them replaced over the years. So as I say, all these bearings and everything are redone. The rods are redone. The cylinders been cleaned out. So really the major work to be done now to get her working again is the boiler. And of course all the pipes and gauges and everything on the footplate in the cab. But there's been so much work done on this over the years. A lot of thanks goes out to the guys up in Whitehead, the RPSI. They've done a stellar amount of work to this over the years. As everyone knows, it's always volunteers that help and do the work. So we're doing our best here now to keep her protected. As I say, there's a canopy over her to protect her. Now it's not finished yet. It has to be extended out to give her more protection. And you can see on here where the nameplate goes on this side. And up there you can see the number 5. Yeah, it would be the RPSI that would have to do the work. I mean, they're the only sort of heavy steam engine work on this island who can do it. I mean, otherwise we'd have to put her on a low loader, ship her off to the UK for the work to be done, and that just wouldn't be feasible. And you can see at night now we have her uplit with our color changing LEDs, which really does set her off at night. Right, I will now clamber back up onto the platform. There you can see the lovely Rachel hiding behind the pillar so she doesn't get seen on camera. Without her, I wouldn't be able to make all these videos. And my other daughter, Jennifer, there with her hiding in her hood. She's my production assistant tonight. So I'm not sure if there's any questions. Was there any questions, Jennifer, that popped up?
I think just saying a lot of work has been put in.
So I hope the sound held up going around there.
No questions. Really.
All right, so this is just one of the layouts we done for our Christmas event we had over the past weekends. Yeah, my children are the same. All highly embarrassed that I'm on YouTube and will not let me take a. Although my number one fan is my son, Mark. He demanded some Donegal Dad merch last year for Christmas. So I gave him a signed photograph. The intention is to fully restore the engine to working order. Obviously, what we need to do is get somewhere to run her first. And until we have that, there's no point in getting her restored, which gives us time to raise the money, because you're going to be looking at least $500,000 to put her back into steam. So what we have going around here is G-scale models. We have Railcar 20, which is the last railcar to arrive and run. And then a model of Railcar 12. Yeah, I agree with you there, Jason. But mine stay firmly behind the camera and help me out a lot. So here we have some silhouettes of the buildings that are in Donegal town. To the right there, we have Donegal Castle, which is where the O'Donnell clan, which is the guy you can see there, is Red Hugh O'Donnell. And then, of course, there's a silhouette there in front of that of the station of Drumboe itself. And there we can see St. Patrick's Church in the town. And behind that is an obelisk, which is a monument to the Four Masters, which were monks in the 13th or 14th century that went around writing the annals of the Four Masters, which took down all the ancient history of Ireland and recorded it. Similar to what you probably all heard of the Book of Kells, similar to that. So what the layout is actually in is a restored wagon, which this is a red wagon. Now these came in the 40s to the railway. They were originally on the Clogher Valley Railway. And they're lightweight, and they would have been pulled behind the rail cars. They would carry about 2 tons. And then over on this side, we have a grey wagon, which is coupled up to Drumboe, which in its day would carry anything between 7 to 9 tons. There was different designs. This one is a goods wagon. We have over in the shed that we're restoring at the moment is a cattle wagon, which had slatted windows up along here for ventilation for the cattle and would take about 8 to 10 cattle. Now we're lucky to actually have wheels on this one. So there you can see WDR, that's the West Donegal Railway. Down there, if you can see some of the writing. So you can see it was built by Oldbury, and these were built in about the 1890s for the West Donegal Railway. The reason this still has its wheels is when it was, after the railway closed, it was sold to a lady in Killybegs who was using it as storage. Because she was in Killybegs, it was lifted off the tracks and pushed over to her house, where it stayed for about 30 years till we found it, brought it back here and restored it. Are the rail cars unique to Donegal Railway? Flymo? The similar models of the rail cars ran on the West Clare, and there was a couple of other 3-foot narrow gauge railways that they ran on. In fact, over here, that far end there would have been the diesel articulated unit. So you can see on these models here how you have the passenger section and then the driver section is articulated. Is the sound on again, guys? Sound's gone. What is the sound? Has it stopped working? Okay, guys, my mics have failed me again. I'm presuming you can hear me again because I switched over to the webcam mic. Sorry about that, guys. So, see, the technology is letting me down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the draw. Let me get set up for the draw first. So let me just put the camera over here. Look at this again. And I will set up the draw. So bear with me a minute, guys, while I sort this out. Because technology is just letting me down tonight. So hi to anyone who came in. And if you guys want to club together and get me a new mic, you can become channel members or support me on Patron. I think we had 22 entries in the competition. So the answers were: what gauge do you use for your Irish Rail, which is 5'3", and what gauge was the Donegal Railways? They were 3 foot. I did have all this set up beforehand, and 3 minutes ago, my laptop rebooted. Remember all the names. So we've got 22 entries in here. So we'll just put on. There's the wheel. You can see your name there. That okay, so I'm going to give it a shuffle a couple of times. Right, let's go for this. So I'm going to click it, and whoever's name comes out wins the prize. Spinning, it's spinning. Let's see who it is. Anthony Dodge, the Model Train Outsider. Well done, sir. So I'll contact you on Facebook, Anthony, and sort out the price. So I'll call the live stream short there now, guys. Thanks for tuning in. So the technology's let me down. But I hope you liked the little tour we got around Drumboe and the red and grey wagon here, as brief as it was, and a little bit of history. If you have any questions, just pop them into the chat or any of my videos, and I can see if I can answer them. But I am going to drop in Guys, don't forget to hit the like button for me on your way out. Thanks for tuning in. I just put the link there for the channel membership. Any money raised by this channel goes to the work here at the centre, to the restoration, everything you see around here, and the upkeep of it all. That's the channel membership. We also have a Patron. Although it's a clean living and fancy footwork. So thanks for tuning in, guys, and I will chat to you next week, for normal service will be resumed hopefully. So take care everyone, stay safe, and I'll catch you all next week.